see you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, I don't this, I like that. I didn't say it to them. No, but like, see, I'm just turning on because I tell you, it's like, free to go. Now let's see how to work. Yeah, wait. Okay, if she's you might want to get it tagged, right? Wait a minute, I know your name. No, you're great. They just, it's Mara. Since y'all ran. Yeah, I love my friends. That is good. Right. Yeah, I know it. The high school. Yeah, it's not. Okay. And I'm just like, bro, I don't even have that much room.
No, I don't run this for
So you were her. But it's in the inside section. Oh, that's neat. You see, it's not that. So how does it? But how? I don't press camera on. Open that. I didn't work today. That's what I'm saying. And she did.
Okay, the manager has the goal. I'm about telling
The only thing I know, wait a minute, see, she can see it's why it's freezing. Oh, he's short and she wanted so like it's so. You wanna buy it? Oh, yeah, I was wondering, cause it's the second floor.
Good afternoon, we will get started shortly. You already know the drill. I don't think we have a QR code for us to scan right now. May not surprise as always. Thank y'all for coming out again.
Yes.
Session 2. Like I said, we'll get started shortly. So you're on the record.
Once they get done with the Zoom, it'll be a QR code to check in.
See, now y'all have it. See, told you it's a surprise.
Then come back.
Next week.
Yeah, they come in there. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, why is it?
Step out.
It's like this situation.
No, we're not. Okay, leaders like this, like trying to do this, I think we should.
It's not.
I don't know, it's not like, it's like, so like, from my understanding, like. We'll have more time. A representative. And you wanna work from home, let me tell you, you're gonna buy your first set of knives, you're gonna go sell them to them. And so then you buy your first set of knives, and try to sell them off to her. I guess like you don't need. Everybody at the top. Biggest.
I was not. Right. No, I'm not saying you're wrong.
Oh, they can buy it.
Oh,
Maybe I can come like.
Right now, it's like one of y'all, they're like, go ahead and put it in, right? It's currently, so make sure y'all see any QR code on the left side, check it for the meeting, there you go.
Yeah. They're like, how do you?
Thank you.
Yeah. That's my bad.
So we had a lot of one-on-ones this week, so if you haven't yet scheduled your one-on-one with Cindy and I, please go ahead and do so for next week. We might have some spaces available tomorrow, but if not, then next week we're available. And they've been good, right, y'all? These one-on-ones?
Oh, no, and we like have your one-on-one with Cindy or Ashley.
Okay.
Yes. Make sure you scan the QR code on the left side of the screen to check in for today. And if you also haven't had the one-on-one, this week with Cindy or Ashley, make sure you do it.
So we are.
Doing it right now. Is everything looking okay? Everything looks right?
Yeah, it's probably.
Everything looks right? Good morning, Madam President.
So we'll give it about 2 more minutes for others to join. If you just came in, make sure you click the QR code to sign in. There's some information on there regarding the practicum, so make sure you answer those questions. And then the other one to secure one-on-one with Cindy and I.
Right now, I think it's a lot going on right now. So, let me correct my job.
I'm not even, my hair.
Yeah.
Alright, if you just came in and you haven't signed in yet, make sure you do so. Check in for us, please.
Okay.
No, girl,
I
I
feel.
It's not working. It is. Before nine. I don't know, just me one. So it said. Yeah. Alright, you guys, you gonna go ahead and get started? So, alright guys, let's listen up for our names for swag bags, okay? Alright, so Taylor's just gonna come in later, Raquel, you have a swag bag. Yay. Alright, the last one, guys, this is the last one. Denali. We know good names. Aticia. Aubrey. Aubrey.
Taylor, yes.
Alright.
Perfect, okay. Congratulations, y'all using journals just like we did in the first session today, so you make sure you get acquainted with those. Everyone has checked in, all good?
Oh. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay, welcome y'all. We have our icebreaker. I'll do the little spiel, the introduction again. Hi, my name is Genevieve Hay. I am the president of the Industrial Women's Network. You guys are in the correct place, so welcome once again. We have our icebreaker. We're gonna get started really shortly. How's everybody doing today?
Alright.
Good. Tired? Is it 4 weeks? Is dragging on? Is it just?
For
Real. That's what I'm saying, but it's kind of, it's kind of, yeah.
It's too much. Already it is. While you do that, I want to introduce Miss Melanie. So Miss Melanie was at our interest meeting. She is the board president for IWN because IWN is a nonprofit 501c3 outside of Kennesaw. She's our board president, so she's gonna be here today and she's gonna join me in presenting this information.
Okay, perfect.
So let's do 2 teams of 12, guys, like 2 lines straight up and down, 12 girls.
And of course, y'all can do the instructions, but I'm gonna read it to you as well. So who has played this game called Supermarket? Okay, Walmart.
First, how you get in front of you and everything? Hey, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And you Matter of fact, also on friend.
All the officers.
We're gonna let 2 of the since they haven't played.
I would explain the game.
Okay, so I'm two lines so far.
You gotta listen up and hear the instructions of the game.
Okay.
Is it 12?
Is it 12?
Oh.
Shoulder to shoulder with somebody. So that'll make.
Yeah, that's true. So as long as it's even.
So as long as you have a partner, you're good. Officers, I think, I'm closer, but I can't see.
I'm happy.
Y'all can check. Okay, so supermarket and or Walmart, we play. The rep will stand in the front, that will probably be me or one of my other e-board officers. They're gonna say, I'm shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with pay, leisure, whatever. Right, so if I say beef, the first player to name the valid item that you can find in Walmart in store wins that round. Loser sits down. There you go. Last player to
No
name
repeats.
wins. No repeats.
So
the other
person goes back to the end of the line.
So the loser
The loser sits
The
down.
loser will sit down and then the winner will stay up. We'll say,
Yeah, we'll go to the back of the line.
the loser or the winner?
No, the
No,
winner
we
goes
went
to the back of the line and loses
Back
his
to
back.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
About 1 person.
Did you guys hear that?
That makes sense. It's fine.
Wait,
So
Like,
winner
I-
stays in the line, on the back.
Oh,
The loser will stay out.
Okay, I like it. Not a cheer.
Is it uneven?
Now it's uneven.
Wait,
No, it's not.
No. Okay, perfect.
One person.
Alright, so you're no
Because
icebreaker.
back of the line, and find a partner there. That makes sense. I'm good.
The last young lady.
Mhm.
Yeah, we'll just do one person off.
Okay, y'all ready to play?
Need that to.
Okay. I am shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter Y.
Y'all ain't even heard.
Period. The yo-yo.
Oh.
Winner goes to the No, the first person that says it, she said it first.
Oh,
Who's the first that it first? Okay, one first.
Oh, that's all right, we got the, oh. That should have been a practice round.
We want to come back or?
Yeah, we got break.
Yeah, y'all come back, that was the
They
part.
not, we leave.
Are they still in the front?
Oh, they're back and they lock.
Okay, guys.
But loser will sit down.
Okay, give me
Let's
another
do one more.
chance. You always
Okay,
do it.
okay, I'm gonna make it a little easy, I know you all will stop. My bad. Okay, I am shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter C. Coconut.
Okay.
Okay, I am shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter F.
Okay.
Okay, I am shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter R.
Okay.
I am shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter H. Damn. Monday.
Y'all just joined.
Oh, I can still back now.
And you can do it and go on.
Oh, okay, my headache. Okay, y'all ready? You got one?
That's hard, it's hard. Okay. No, I can't say it like that. I'm shopping at Walmart and looking for an item that starts with a Q. A Q.
Oh,
You go to the bank.
I'm going to Walmart and I'm looking for something with the item. Oh,
Wow, wait a minute.
I'm going to Walmart shopping for an item that starts with the letter W. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, keep going.
I'm going to Walmart and I'm shopping for an item that starts with the letter L.
She already, wait,
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, good, Jordan, period.
Okay, y'all get ready.
Let's see here. Girl, I'm nervous. Hey, I'm stressed.
I'm shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item with the letter. Okay. Yeah.
Wait,
I'm shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter S.
Shampoo. I'm shopping at Walmart and looking for an item that starts with a L. Lotion. Yeah, trying to be happy.
Yeah, you go.
I'm shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with a K.
No.
Yeah.
Is that K?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, insane.
yeah.
I know y'all like little candy.
Oh.
Y'all said sitting at the door. I thought.
Yeah, 20 starts left.
Yeah.
I'm shopping at Walmart and looking for an item that starts with a L. I'm here to play.
I'll do one.
Yeah.
winner's back, okay.
Yeah, I'm not
shopping
gonna
at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with G.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter B.
Oh. That one. Another one.
We do another one. That was a time.
I'm shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter Y. Yogurt.
He was.
Overnight oats. I'm shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter D.
Zipper.
Okay,
Zebra cake, zebra cake.
okay, I'm going to Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter H.
Hair products.
Okay.
Right.
I'm shopping at Walmart and looking for an item that starts with a I. Ice.
Oh, here.
I'm shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with T.
All right.
Sorry. Do you understand the game?
Okay.
Okay, I'm shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter A.
Apple.
Oh, that was
Okay. Okay.
No.
Okay, I'm shopping at Walmart, I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter W. Washing powder.
Period.
I'm shopping at Walmart and looking for an item that starts with a B. Oh, okay. B. Oh. I'm shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with N.
Okay, these the best of the best. These the best.
I'm shopping at Walmart and looking for an item that starts with a P.
Okay.
Period.
I'm shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with a letter F.
No, fruit.
No, you said.
Fruit's been
She
repeated.
said food.
That's not food.
Woman,
Food
that
doesn't
I
count.
don't want my hungry.
Food,
Yeah,
food
we'll have to
counts.
send you away.
Oh, man.
That's okay, Macy.
Oh, man, man.
I'm ready to do it.
I'm shopping at Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with U.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I got you lying.
Yeah, we're down to three.
You got it. So whoever wins.
Yeah, so come on, we'll do three, so whoever wins.
Three at a time?
Yeah, just I.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, the pressure.
All right, what are we doing?
I'm looking for. I shouldn't say that. Go.
Yeah.
I'll go.
No, that way.
Yeah, we got it already.
Oh,
But you can do it.
okay, I'm going to Walmart and I'm looking for an item that starts with the letter G.
Gatorade.
Oh.
Miss Aria, come back.
Got a
You have a prize.
Good mom, we can skincare package. Okay.
All right, guys.
Thank y'all for playing. Y'all did great.
Great. Okay, so more housekeeping things, and a few announcements. So before we told you guys that we would be doing a practicum and it will be on September 27th. However, our photographer is double booked. So we have moved the photo shoot and our practical experience to September 20th. That's gonna be next Saturday. So we're meeting at, on the campus green in front of the KSU time, the big thing. At 11 a.m. So the attire is, you're gonna wear all black, so whether that's a black dress or a black blouse and pants with a pink blazer, right? And then your shoes, flats, or heels, closed-toed. Good? Alright, so if you just came in, we're gonna go back to the check-in slide, because there are some questions that pertain to the practicum. When you scan that QR code. There it is. Alright, so make sure you guys check in and answer those questions so we know kind of where you are and who we should be expecting. So once we take our photo shoot, take our group photo, and then we do our headshot for anybody that needs headshots, we're gonna go over to the Battery. So we're gonna carpool, everybody's gonna get in cars. We're gonna go over to the Battery, and then we're gonna hang out there for some time of bonding, like games, food, and just enjoy them. Any questions on that?
No.
Y'all excited? Y'all don't look excited.
It's probably been a long week, you know.
Does everyone know what the Battery is?
It's where the braids.
Yeah,
Right.
the baseball, y'all know baseball. It's like a whole area, like,
And the
shopping, and shopping.
Right, they got a Miami shop.
Yeah, the Savannah, if you've ever been to Savannah, like, they have the.
That's where I'm from, y'all.
Anyway. Do research, scenery.
Next. Oh, yeah, so please, guys, come up, have donuts and eat donuts. I had cookies, but I left them at home, so my child. myself-
Oh, that's my phone, y'all don't have.
Right, guys. It's right.
That was, yeah, I have some black pants. Like. 5, 6. I don't know why. Thank you. No problem. Yeah, maybe that. It's in that corner, there you go. I keep y'all on touch. Oh, I just heard pizza, so the only thing that I ingested today was here. I didn't like that. I am gonna see that, if you don't have Prime, talk to us.
Okay, so we just want to give you guys some resources and things that you can plug into, while you're here. We know we have a lot of freshmen, so we want you to take advantage of what's being offered to you, while you're in college. So if you're looking for things to do, clubs to get involved in, activities to do that are free, go to the owllife.kennesaw.edu page/events, and you'll find a lot of things to do there. If you need more information on it, our officers can give that to you. They are familiar with Owl Life, and the resources that they offer there. The big one is this QR code right here. This is the Kennesaw.edu massive open online courses. So here you're gonna find courses where you can get certifications for free. So take advantage of this stuff now, like we shared with somebody earlier, like project management certification. If you get out of school, you're gonna have to pay for that stuff, and it's expensive. So get as many of those for free now as you can. All right, so if you need to know what certifications will help you and complement your major, please link up with us, and we'll kind of aid you and guide you in that. Any questions there? We're gonna come back to this. Go ahead, sorry.
Can you please tell us who links to group chat?
Yes, we can put those in the group chat.
We could drop the presentation, PDF maybe.
Yeah.
After this.
Okay, so we're gonna come back to this. This is important. We have 101s with you guys. This stood out to us as something that's absolutely necessary. So, next slide.
On that same note, if y'all have spoken to me in the last couple of days, you'll know that I just returned from a leadership summit with the Department of Student Leadership. It was a great summit. Hopefully y'all will have the opportunity to go during your time at campus. It was essentially all of the, we'll say e-board or executive board leaders from all the RSOs and maybe departments on campus. So they came together for a cabin / like camping trip. We did not sleep on the floor though. I know it sounds weird. We were in cabins. If you want to know more, let me know. But it was really fun connecting, networking, just getting to know the perspectives of every single RSO on campus. This is another opportunity that I saw that was emailed to me from that same department. It is essentially a leadership summit, so it's for all of us, essentially rising leaders, people that are on the e-board of different organizations, or even just members, right? So, yes, so it'll be next Monday. It's gonna be an hour in the Student Center room, so right across from the Starbucks. And just another like resource for y'all to network and get to know people, hear from other RSOs on campus, because there are over 300 if you didn't know. So yeah, it's definitely a really good opportunity. If you're free, definitely check it out. If not, I can also put you in touch with one of the department heads from the Department of Student Leadership, because they have different like micro credentials and different things that would look really good on that resume, LinkedIn, or Handshake. So get with me if you want to know more. Scan the QR code and let me know if you end up going, so you can share out some of the insights next week. Sound good, y'all?
Note that this is important. Make these connections now while you can.
What question?
And
This one. Oh.
no. Long day. It is a Wednesday. Oh, that's when my birthday.
Okay, it is on a Wednesday. My bad, y'all. It said Monday in my email that I copied this from.
So
But-
you just say the letter wrong, the day wrong, or the date?
The date is right, but the date is wrong. Okay. Thank you. But Wednesday, September 17th.
Okay, so you guys have seen this slide. Now I'll reiterate it again. You're gonna continue to see this slide because we need to know why we're here and what we are doing and why we are doing what we're doing. All right? So the objective of all of these sessions of IWN, of these series, to aid you in reaching your maximum potential to achieve the things God has planned for you from the foundation of this world. So yes, all these scriptures are related to God's purpose and plan for your life. And He has one. So we have to get in alignment with Him to figure out what we are supposed to be doing. Any questions there? Got this down right now, right?
You will if you don't already.
Okay. All right, so back to this, right? Yeah. All right, so So last week, we asked you guys to take out your cell phone, navigate over to your settings, go to screen time, and jot down what your screen time was and how much time you were spending on social media, like Instagram and TikTok and whatever else is out there, right? And the challenge was to try to cut it down by 50%. 50%, all right? All right, next. Okay, so now we want to do a time of reflection. Okay, so I want to know how many majors. We have biology majors in here, marketing. What else?
That's psychology.
Political science.
Biology,
No.
biology, psychology.
Poli science.
Shot.
All right, so let me get all the biology majors at this table.
Can we like medical, like colleges, like biology?
Yeah,
anybody pre-med, just
Oh.
come over here.
Yeah,
that's easier.
Yeah, so we're getting into this.
Like right now into the humanity, social science and grade out.
I appreciate everyone, but I don't want to get my name. And then they get all the psychology.
Yeah, it's just like psychology.
If you are finance and accounting, what?
That's all psychology.
That's fine.
Anybody that wants to be a Florida, you we go right to your.
I was I just saw it. Business school was wonderful.
Yeah, it's like, actually, right. Yeah, what's going on?
Everybody got good? Everybody got a group? Okay, so the purpose now is to reflect back on the challenge that you just had. So with your group members, I want you to discuss, the initial time that you started with, how much you were able to cut it. Was it hard? Were there some activities and hobbies that you engaged in while you were not on social media? But just have a discussion about it. If you didn't do it, say you didn't. All right?
Well, you start. It's a lot of stuff going on. I'm just training somebody with my dog.
But yeah.
Yes.
Did I do it by 15? No.
Okay.
It will be cut it from. I like. 10 hours, cut it down. I think 60.
But on social media.
Cut it in half. How would y'all do that? Girl, I know. Yeah. Nobody. Like, what we're saying, alternative. Cause I'm.
Can anybody tell what you did?
You know why I picked up today. But she makes sense. And tell me when you're gonna go. I think I would want to be.
Oh,
I would say, when you hands come, I'm gonna put your. How does that work? Yeah. I didn't tweet. Yeah. Maybe not.
mine are from like a certificate. There's another thing I'll send it to you. Since y'all my business. I'll talk to you later. And I not only that, it was also like, control. That was a couple days. Past a couple days, week, whatever. You go to like a training facility for the university.
So who wants to share? Who was able to shut it down and tell us if it was hard for them to do so? Come on, be brave. It's okay.
Mine went down 3 hours, so that's not bad. It was at 10 hours, and now it's at 7 hours.
Okay, how much have you spent on TikTok and Instagram?
Like today.
Yeah, like today.
Only 53 minutes.
53 minutes, only for 6
hours, 8 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
So last week it was an hour and 8 minutes, you dropped it to 53 minutes, that's something.
Yeah.
I love what you share. Last Thursday, your TikTok time was what, and then what is it this Thursday? Come on, share. Go ahead, Nyla.
Last Thursday, my TikTok time was 17 hours, and this week is 12.
That's good. I like that. That's really good. Is that me? Yeah, I'm just like, what do y'all see?
Honestly, like any break time, it's easy to just immediately go to TikTok. Idle time in classes, all of it, I get it.
Next in the middle,
Last week, my TikTok was 29 hours.
Oh, for the week, y'all.
And this
For the
week
week.
is
Oh,
4
okay.
hours.
That's a lot.
That was really-
What did you do with that time? How did you replace that time with?
That was productive.
My devotional and my Bible mostly, and then trying to get my homework done.
So I'm gonna sound like the old fuddy duddy in the room, but I have a question. Do you guys know why they call it TikTok?
TikTok.
Oh, the time?
Hollywood.
That makes sense.
It's wasting your life.
Oh,
So you have so many hours, hours a day. So when you think about that, and like I tell my son all the time, like, you're watching somebody else live their life.
I do one daily.
Somebody else make that money on TikTok store, you're watching somebody else being productive, because whoever made those videos, they're not just making videos, most of them are on there trying to make money, so you're just being a spectator in somebody else's life, so if you think about that, you're like, you know, if you're gonna be on TikTok and sell something. Right.
Yeah.
So that's my old buddy Daddy.
Anybody else wanna share? Anybody just delete the app completely?
Oh,
Hey.
She's strong. You can't do, that's really good.
One more person share. You didn't have to share. Okay.
I'm being.
All right, I promise you. I was a fool.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember, but my screen time wasn't even, y'all, it was like an hour, it was like an hour, and my silly self. Let me, okay. Yeah, so, when I realized I was on Instagram, I don't really be on TikTok that much, cause I know I can do this. So, I was like, let me not even look at the app, the whole time I'm trying to do this challenge for this week. So, I was like, you know, if I could, cause my roommate sometimes text in the, in our group chat on Instagram. And so it was like some stuff they was talking about, like, okay, as soon as I finish typing my message, I swipe out the app, cause then I would go and look at a reel, then I'm scrolling and scrolling. So I was like, okay, let me just. Then I found High Point Cafe. I had been looking for it for a long time, y'all. I found High Point and I made a video on my story talking about the French toast I ordered. It's much cream cheese on it, so I went home. Oh, it's my door. And I made some eggs and I made a whole little breakfast, sausage, everything. And I put it on my French toast and I posted and I was telling people, you know, like, y'all, look at this, I had to do this for my stuff, French toast, and High Point, and then I was on Instagram for like 5 hours. Cause I was responding to people and they were like, I had made a poll, I had made some questions, and then all of a sudden, I said, y'all, that's what you can be an influencer. Yeah.
Okay, so the point of this was to give you guys a challenge so that you can evaluate yourself, to see where you are and to see where you are spending your time. We have met with well, most of you, and we have noticed that you guys have a lot of goals in mind and you're ambitious, but what you want to be in life and what you're doing isn't lining up. If you're wasting time on social media, you're scanning through TikTok constantly, you're wasting time. You could be doing something else to edify yourself, to progress yourself in whatever area. And so just to tie it all back into what we talked about last week, you all are constantly taking in information from school, from folks that you're talking to, and definitely from Instagram or TikTok because you are spending all your time there. And so the devil knows that. The devil knows that. He knows that you are sitting there watching TikTok. And so guess what he's doing to you constantly as you are looking through reel after reel after reel. It's programming you. It's programming you to be a certain way and to do certain things. Now, you might not believe me, but 10, 15 years down the road, I want you to look back at your life and you don't change it and see how you have changed because you have taken in all of this stuff that has been detrimental to you. all right? So we're gonna get into it today a little bit more. This is gonna come back up because I want you guys to see the importance of it. You guys have to cut down on the screen time. You guys are very impressive and you are smart. But you don't want that negated by things that you see and things that you do. All right? It's okay. All right, so you guys can break and go back.
I'll send the information to both seats.
So this is a really good program for you. All right, guys, so now we're about to get into the meat of this session. So all of that stuff we just reviewed, kind of go over what we went through last week and to, put again to the social media thing, right? So next, so this is again the same slide you just see. I want you to note the title, Blow Up. This series is called Blow Up. So I want you guys to use your thinking skills, and as we go through this, keep that title in mind, all right? Next slide. Miss Melanie is gonna help me with this today, and gonna chime in. So, diamonds. Who loves diamonds? Everybody. I love diamonds. I don't know anybody that doesn't love diamonds. He's married, like, what would you ask for? You'd ask for a diamond, right? You wouldn't ask for anything else. I would imagine, right? Maybe stone movies or something. Yeah. Okay. All right. So the title is "What Makes a Diamond Sparkle?" Right? So diamonds have the ability to reflect white light internally and return it to the observer's eye, creating the sparkle effect and brightness. This is often referred to as the brilliance of the diamond. So when we look at a diamond, all that sparkle that captivates our attention, that's what it's from. It's from the brilliance of the diamond, right? And when we look at the word brilliant and we try to define what that means, it literally means to be bright and radiant. It also means to be clever and talented. So I'll just tell you a little story. When I got engaged, I got my ring, my diamond. And he actually showed it to me, and I was like, is that mine? Is that for me? Because I was just so captivated by this beauty. And then we were in the sun, and so it was just sparkling. I was like, that's mine. And so that's what draws us to the diamond, right? Its brilliance and how much it shines forth, right? It doesn't just shine, it literally sparkles, right? So brilliance is achieved through how the diamond is cut. So you can have a diamond, but it depends on how it's cut. And y'all know, I guess y'all know. Y'all will know one day, you'll be interested. a diamond has different cuts. So you have a round diamond, you can have a princess cut diamond, you can have a cushion diamond. And another little story is, so Cindy and I went to New York well before we were married. And we were exploring New York and looking at things, but we went on Fifth Avenue and we went to Tiffany's. I don't know if you guys know what Tiffany's is, but it's a jewelry store. And we were in there, we were looking at rings, we were like, oh, I like this one. Can I get engaged? I want this one right here, this one right here. The funny story is, when I did get engaged, Cindy went with my now husband to pick out my ring, so she knew, right?
Oh, that is so cute.
Right, so she got it right too, she got it right. And so, back to this, so the brilliance is achieved through how the diamond is cut, and I have a round cut diamond. I'm gonna tell you a special story about a round cut diamond. But anyway, so the goal is to cut the diamond in a way that will maximize the beauty to reflect light. You guys taking all this down? Make sure you write your notes. All right, next slide. Look at that.
It's a diamond.
That's a diamond. I know it looks like a rock, but that's a diamond. That's a raw diamond. And we call that a diamond in the rough. So when they go in and they harvest diamonds, this is their natural element. This is what they look like. So when they get all that sparkle and brilliance, that's not until they're actually cut, right? So this looks like something you can go pick up at your yard. All right, but no, that's not the case. That's not a diamond that actually hasn't gone through the process yet of being cut, right? Take note of these words that I'm using now. Next slide. So, maximizing the brilliance of the diamond. The brilliance is achieved through how the diamond is cut. That's what I just said. So the goal is to cut the diamond in a way that will maximize its beauty to reflect light. Diamonds with the most brilliance are multifaceted. So that's the special thing about a round cut diamond, right? It's multifaceted. It actually is the cut that has the most facets on it. And it actually has 57 to 58 facets on it. And what is a facet? A facet is a surface. And it acts as a mirror within this diamond. So you can get another cut, it just won't have as many facets, meaning that it won't be as bright as a round cut diamond. They actually call the round cut a brilliant round diamond. That's what the name is, right? So these facets within the diamonds act as little mirrors. So when the light comes in and penetrates the diamond, it goes through it, reflecting off of these little surfaces, and it reflects back out, which gives you that brilliance and that sparkle, all right? So the more facets a diamond has, the more brilliant it will be, which is why we got the round cut diamond. And what I noticed when I started doing research on diamonds, when I was betrothed and getting engaged, is these are the most expensive. Why? Because people are after the sparkle, they're after the shine of it. Right? So I guess they just don't want the shine. They really want that sparkle. And the other diamond, you can get the sparkle, but it won't be as much sparkle as these because of the facets. So these are multifaceted diamonds. We are diamonds. We are diamonds. Women that God has called, created, He has called all women, created. Our characterization is made up similar to that of a diamond. We are multifaceted. We are multifaceted. We have a lot of different dimensions. So I want to just point out this psalm here that says, I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. So we are wonderfully made. We have the ability to be multifaceted. Our personalities, what we like, what we don't like, the things that we can do, we're multifaceted. So think back to the interest meeting if you were there. We talked about the Proverbs 31 woman, right? And we had you guys open up your phones and read through some of those characteristics of a Proverb 31 woman and what that actually meant and what that looks like. So when we looked at it, she was a volunteer. She took care of her household, and she was a wife, she was a mother, she was a servant, she was skilled in doing business. She was creative because she made clothing for her household. She had all of these different dynamics and facets to her personality and who she was. And I'm pretty sure you guys looked at that and you were like, you didn't have disdain for it. You looked at it and probably admired it. Maybe you've seen yourself in it, maybe you didn't, but it's something that you admired about that Proverbs 31 woman. She was multifaceted. One of the most important verses in that scripture was verse 30. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. This points out to us that multifaceted woman in Proverbs 31 knew the Lord. And she knew that she needed to fear the Lord because she had a relationship with him. She knew just how mighty he actually was. And so, once again, by her knowing the Lord and him being the light, Jesus Christ is the light. So John 1 tells us that Jesus Christ is the light and there is no darkness in him. So when she operated in her womanly characteristics as being multifaceted and she interacted with Jesus Christ, she emitted a light. She was a reflector. And so we looked at Proverbs 31, you couldn't see her physically, but you admired her. You could almost feel the light coming because that's what she was reflecting. All of those attributes and traits about her being multifaceted, it was emitting light, right? And that is the glory of God. When we as women are multifaceted and we eat and we build up and do what God has called us to do and acknowledge his will for our life, we are multifaceted. Then as we commune with the Lord, his light comes in through us, just like light with the diamond, and it reflects off the multifaceted aspects of our personality, and the glory of the Lord shines through us, right? That's what I'm getting. Y'all get that? Y'all understand that? Hey, Melanie, you want to add anything?
I just wanted to survey, see who wants to give an example when you think about multifaceted, what other word comes to mind when you think of multifaceted? It also starts with multi.
Multitasking.
Say multi-talented.
Yeah, multi-talented, another one, somebody said multitasking. So when you think about a woman, you guys are young women, some of you guys are quite dynamic, have very, challenging and lofty goals. But when you think about a woman that's like this in your life, who comes to mind? Is there a woman that you observe that you want to be like? It could be a mom, a teacher, and just speak, anybody who wants to volunteer, tell us what struck out the most about them or stuck with you about them.
It'll be my mommy.
Of course.
Oh, okay, so I think it'll be her for real because I don't have sisters. So I spent like all my time with her and I see like her ambition, her drive, and she has a master's and I'm leaning towards getting mine, but like she made sure to instill it in me to go to college. Like there's nothing wrong with not going to college, but she like got benefits if you go to college. And she's just there. Like it don't matter what the situation is, she's just there. I don't know. Her ambition for real.
Okay. Anybody else want to give an example?
Piggyback on that one, definitely my mother. And I think when we talk about multifaceted women, I think of a woman that plays many roles. So she was not just my mom, she was my teacher. She mentored me, is my mother is in my life. I'm sorry. She is my teacher. She is a mentor to me. She's a life coach. She is a reminder. She's an alarm clock. She don't wake me up, but she provides that for me. Like she has so many different surfaces, so many different things. I definitely value her in my life.
Okay, one more question. We're gonna tie into what the activity we did before. What hobbies do you guys have? Anybody have any hobbies or something that you want to learn? And it can be something as simple as knitting, crocheting, fishing. Like who has a hobby? I don't mean like sports or something that you're doing constructive, but a hobby.
Okay, I have a lot of hobbies. I think I'm a hobby hoarder, not gonna lie.
A hobby hoarder, okay,
Yeah.
that's new.
I do art, I paint, I like make sculptures out of cardboard. I crochet. I like learning Japanese on my free time too, outside of actual class. And I used to sing, and I'm trying to get back.
That's the woman there. Somebody else had their hand up. Good. That's a good hobby that can turn into some money. You know some photographers that are doing quite well. So that's good. So how do you, we talked about the screen time, right, TikTok. So what's the tie-in to what we're talking about here and why we're focusing on? Oh, okay.
It's done. Right here. All right. Go to the next. So the point is, newsflash, the devil wants to dim your brilliance, right? So remember, God has called us to be multifaceted. He has designed us in our inner man to be able to reflect His light as we commune with Him, right? The devil wants to come in, he wants to cut all that off. He don't want you to even get out the rough. He don't want anyone to be able to identify you as a diamond. He wants you to look like a rock. You are not emitting any type of light if you are in the rough state. If you are a diamond in the rough, the light can't penetrate you in order to even reflect off of you. So he tries to keep you right there. And so I want you guys to quickly talk about it, just turn, to the table and have a quick discussion. And I want you to name some ways, jot down some ways that the devil comes in and try to dim that light. 5 minutes, 5 minutes.
And then we all around.
Oh,
You wanna walk around? You wanna
Oh.
go, where do you choose to go? I said, we go rock.
Oh, I'm the master. She was huddle of her.
You should roll anxiety. Yeah. Think about the scripture you were supposed to meditate on. Proverbs 11:22. Think about that.
What is it?
I haven't heard of it.
Big snout.
Yeah.
It says like a gold in a big snout.
Uh-huh.
I would say, like, especially in trying to compare, and that ties into like springtime as well.
Have you ever heard that?
You're seeing everybody else's life, yeah, they're doing. And like, the biggest thing that I had to remind myself is that people are only the best stuff, right? Of themselves, so it's easy to feel that, like, you're not doing enough, or you're not enough, or you're not gonna get to that place. Yeah, so that's a big.
I'd say along with, compare yourself, opposite, compare yourself. So really great. Well, that. Everybody said it.
Yeah, isolation of all of it. Like I feel like with TV, I couldn't get imposter syndrome, and I think somebody else when I overthought about where am I in life, like
Yeah, I was like, all the steps to get to that one part is what they do, but I also like. I'm feeling the best. That's out of nowhere, it'll come up and I'm like, oh, that's it. Just follow it, like, that's literally me, that's the self-doubt. So I think that. Cause I wanna feel some that. Instagram reel, that was like, the devil like thrives in mess and like different things. So it's like, try to always control this or I think this or something, everything. It's like, you can't never rest, like you're not thinking about, at least not thinking through, like things that you actually need to do.
The nail to the double nail.
Driving through all of that. Right.
Something else they should write, and I thought about it, was, sometimes. I have seen a sale. The word is kind of, I catch myself. Even as far as like, I'll be like, yeah, I'm someone, like you said, yes, maybe also said, where I think about, maybe I was a little time about, certainly, I don't need like, if it got out. But I have to treat it, yeah, and, but that, sometimes you need like, I agree, like, I'm never gonna have this on way, you don't worry about it, exactly, you just kind of like, in this knowing that, you know, really, if you think about a whole picture right now, you see, not, you know, like you're not gonna. Opportunities are opportunities.
Alright, guys, come back together.
Yes.
All right.
Good discussion.
Right, and just to drive home the fact that yes, the devil does want to them, like, I put up this scripture from Ephesians 6:11. It says, put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand. That means you're fighting against the devil. Against the devil's schemes. That means he has schemes and plans and strategies to come against every single one of us. So don't think you're alone. All right, so next slide. Okay, so we're gonna start with the officer group. Can you tell me some things that y'all came up with? Or the ways the devil could try to make it different life.
So one thing that I mentioned was like, especially being in school environments, imposter syndrome is a huge thing. Like you're constantly looking at the girl or the guy next to you and like how advanced they are. Like I know specifically within my journey of the pre-med, there's a lot of competition there about like wanting to be not like a traditional path, like wanting to do the 4 years and go straight into medical school, and people talking about the experiences that they've had and how many times they've worked in medical offices and how many shadowing hours they have and how many volunteer hours that they have. You're thinking to yourself, like, I ain't got anything at all. Like, I don't have nothing going on right now. But it's like, I also talked about how it tied into social media as well. And like, remembering that people only post the best of themselves. So when you're on social media 24/7, you're seeing the best of everybody and you're comparing that to your life and you're like, yo, I don't have nothing going for me right now. Like they seem to have everything going for them, but you forget that social media is meant for that. It's meant to post all of your highlights, all of your high moments. And so you forget that nobody's gonna post about a divorce, nobody's gonna post about a failing an exam, nobody's gonna post about how they don't like the way they look. So when you're looking at all this stuff and you're comparing yourself, you get into your head a lot, you overthink, and you're wasting time right here when you can literally be taking that step to get to where you're supposed to be. So yeah, that was one thing.
Getting your sparkle on.
Yeah.
One of the things that we all talked about was overthinking and how we all would struggle with that and stuff. And one of the things I wanted to add on for time right now was sometimes you can overthink and like you said, you waste time and you miss this, but you'll miss an opportunity. Like I'll think something, I'm like, am I supposed to do that? No, and I'll miss out on an opportunity because I was too caught up in my head. But what I also have to catch myself with, and I know that's the devil, is I'll hear something and like deep down I know it's from God, but I'm just so used to overthinking myself that I realize, oh, am I questioning you? Like, I don't need to question your plan. If you told me to do it, I'm gonna do it. And that's why you have to get out of that whole pattern of overthinking. You gotta make sure I'm not questioning you and I'm not doubting what you're telling me to do.
It's about being in a posture before him always so that you can clearly hear him and know when he's talking to you. You don't have too much noise going on in your head. What causes noise? Social media. All right, Mason.
I was gonna say something that helped me with my like faith is, and like hearing the voice of God is fasting. That's something the Bible talks about a lot, and it's like something I feel like in like our churches and like we lost is like spiritual practice of fasting is like when you withhold food from yourself, like, you know your body saying, give me some food, like, you know you hungry. But then, you know, if you're fasting like Christ, you're supposed to listen to what God is saying to you. And so like, you know, your body's saying eat, but your spirit says not to eat because you got something, hear something from God and stuff. So yeah, definitely staying like humble and everything, and like it keeps you in a very humble place. You're like, hey, my humanity is like so fragile. Like I don't eat for 3 hours and I'm in the sunken place. Like yeah, yeah.
I also need to add something my church has taught me is that you don't have to only fast food though. You can fast social media, you can fast driving, I don't know, maybe. But you can fast other things, or like let's say you're addicted to soda or something, you can fast soda specifically, but still eat. Like to be able to hear from him, like, you know, I have a problem, solve that problem.
Anybody else's group come up with stuff that the devil can do to try to dim your light? Go ahead.
You can send people to disguise them to look like your friends and your family, like they're really there for you. And not knowing the whole time you're sharing like your information, like the things that you wanna do in life, and they're preying on your downfall, and like, they're just hating and like bringing you down in ways that you don't even understand.
Frenemies.
Anybody else? Okay, go ahead.
I think our group, we just talked about like our feelings, like either anxiety or anger. And how like the devil will use your feelings to make you back off of something, to like make the situation worse. Because he'll say like, oh, like it's okay, like this is normal, you're mad. You can be mad about something, but then he's just gonna go like and make it worse. Instead of like you need to just like go your life off with God. Because your feelings are probably are valid. It's just like what you do.
More?
Oh, well, I was really just gonna say the same thing and start with like people, but I was gonna say that like how you say TikTok is like a distraction from like our goal and our plan. I was gonna say that the in like people or situations or things like that as well, that can also distract you from your purpose and distract you from righteousness.
Alright, so. These are some things and ways that the devil can enter into your life and evade you and hack you. So let's go over this scripture again. Like a gold ring. Hack you. Oh, you thought that would be good. Alright, like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion. So you guys are supposed to meditate on that scripture. What did you get from it? What does discretion mean? Anybody?
Like lack of judgment, lack of common sense, lack of wastage, good choice.
Anybody else?
Like upholding the standard that you follow.
Okay. When we think about discretion, we have to think of the word discreet, being something that's private, being something that's not meant to be revealed. It's not meant to be revealed. If you have something that someone told you, you're trying to keep things discretionary. So when you have a business deal, you just don't go out and tell everybody, because you know, people can steal yourself. So you are entering into an agreement with somebody on discretion, and you're not going for it and revealing information that, you know, could put you in a situation where you're vulnerable, right? So discretion means keeping things hidden that are supposed to be hidden. We look at this scripture, like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion. That means there's a beautiful woman somewhere, and she's revealing everything. She's revealing all of herself, all of her physical self, your breast, her boobs, her butt, everything. She's revealing it, and especially to the point where she's fornicating. This is the devil's ace, and you guys might look at me like, it's not that deep. It's that deep, because this is his ace, and this is what he wants to get you guys to do. He wants to get you to become without discretion. He doesn't want you to be discreet about anything. He wants you to fornicate and have sex before you're married. But the Lord does not want us to do that. He said these bodies are the temple of the Holy Ghost. That means they're supposed to remain pure. And so what your husband is waiting for, and hopefully will have intact, is, you know, your discretion. And so he comes after this multifaceted aspect of our personality by taking away our discretion. He's taking away, he's starting to dim that light. Every time you give yourself to someone outside of marriage, you are dimming your light. Because something else is coming into you that you know is not from God. You know instinctively it's not from God. And I'm not talking to y'all because I haven't had experience in this. I've had experience in this. I wasn't saved at the time, but I got born again, right? And I seen when I got born again just how much damage the devil had done in my life. But God, through his mercy and his grace and his blood, he's able to restore us. And he, for me, personally, he's restored this life, this brilliance. I didn't know I was multifaceted. I didn't know I had things that I like to do and gifts and talents that he had put down in me, but he did it. And so by me spending time with him, once again, me communing with Jesus Christ, who is the light, he started to expose to me just how multifaceted I really was. And so every morning, almost every morning, I pray, Lord, let everything that I do today glorify you. Because it's not about me. It's about his light, his glory being shined through me. It says, if we lift up God, all men will be drawn to him. And that's what we're trying to do, right? So you're probably saying, like, what does this have to do with my profession? This has everything to do with the profession. Because when you go into your profession, you want to be made whole. There are so many doctors and lawyers, pediatricians. They're not made whole within their inner man. There's something void within them. And that is because they don't have Jesus Christ. And so they put all of their weight down on that. And this world is passing away and everything in it. If they lose their job, what are they going to do? A lot of them end up committing suicide because that's all that they ever had. That's what defined them. So we don't want you guys to get through college, you go get a degree and make that everything. That's not everything. That's just a part of being multifaceted. That light is everything. You have to stay connected to that light. All right? But the devil can, he wants to keep you in that rough state. And once you give your life to Jesus Christ, he starts to do that cut, and it's multifaceted, so that light can penetrate into you and shine out. Some other thing, depression. The devil will put down depression on you. You don't know where it's coming from. The devil is real. That's another thing he's trying to do, to put out that light and that brightness and that sparkle. Anxiety. You guys hit on this one. False identity, right? He's trying to give you an identity that God didn't design, right? Let's go back to the beginning. God has a plan for your life. He has a plan for your life. That's where your identity is going to be found in Jesus Christ. Next. Witchcraft. You're probably like, I don't do witchcraft. If you do anything with vision boards, burning sage, wearing crystals, or anything else, that's literal communion with darkness. The devil's keeping us dark. And so how can you reflect darkness? You can't. You can only reflect light. So keep that in mind. Oppression will put things on you to make you feel oppressed. And then feeling inadequate. This is the one that I struggled with being when I was in college. Trying to live up to the standards that everybody else on the outside of me was putting on me. And it was pressure and it was stressful. And I always felt like I wasn't enough. So I strive. I strive to be this. I strive to be that just to get accepted. So when you come to Jesus Christ, you're accepted in the beloved. And the beloved is Jesus Christ. You're accepted in him.
I do want to say, I'm not gonna call out who, but I heard somebody say they didn't know that vision boards are witchcraft. You don't know something, it's completely different. So now that your eyes have been opened to it, read about it, figure it out. I didn't know vision boards were witchcraft at first, and I still do like vision boards, but what I have now is a prayer board. So like I literally have the areas and aspects of my life that I'm trying to grow in that I would have had pictures for. And instead I place the prayers there in my prayer corner with my Bible and stuff like that. So just read about it, learn about it. When you're ignorant to something, it's different. Once you know it, fix it, move on. It's not like the end of the world.
Ignorance is real life. You can always get something right before the Lord. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. All right, Ms. Miller, you have anything to add?
But I just wanted to give you an example, but adding to the vision board, sometimes you really need to know why. So why would a vision board, how is that witchcraft? How is that, something that wouldn't be glorifying the Lord? Anybody want to guess that doesn't know, maybe has done a vision board and didn't think much about it?
First, God had to, you're, make sure you're supposed to make the priest get all of you that third, so you people can use that third.
Absolutely. Yeah, we bring it to my phone, we have to bring people a gift, because you got it on, that's exactly what it is, because as a Christian, you're supposed to do God's will. On vision boards, you're scoping out this plan that you have for your life, but he says he knows the plans that he has for you. And so you're setting your intentions, and it's not necessarily that it's a wrong thing, but it can make your mind go down a track that you weren't called to go down. And so that's what makes it, a part of witchcraft. And I've seen vision boards open up doors to even more, occult activity. So just wanted to share with you guys why a vision board is actually witchcraft. And the other thing is I just wanted to give an example. How many of you ladies work out, go to the gym? That's it. So I was in the gym last week, and you know how they have the different sections in the gym, like the ab room. And so a young lady walks in, beautiful girl. And first thing I noticed that, how y'all have these workout clothes and it's like it's stitched up the behind. I know another way to say it, so literally going, and she was fair skinned, and the color of her shorts were similar to her, so she really looked like she was naked. And all of her breasts were out, and it just really hurt me because she didn't show any discretion. And when you're advertising like that, I knew that she didn't know any better. I come from the generation where you tap somebody on the shoulder and you say something, but this generation, she could have clocked me, and I was that let me know when you do that, when you display all your valuables, what you're crying out to, especially to men, is that I'm thirsty. I'm looking for attention. I'm hurt. Nobody told me that I was precious. And my heart really hurt for her because, I could see the guys trying to slowly move in there and pretend like they were doing something else, but they were just looking, gawking at, because she was really displaying her whole body. May as well really have been naked. And so we don't want to do that. We don't want to put our bodies on display because we all have essentially the same stuff, right? So it's something that's to be covered up and to be precious. And when you put your body on display, it's putting out a signal saying, I'm desperate for attention, I'm thirsty. And what attention do you think that she was going to draw? Attention. Sexual attention. You think the guy was going to approach her really wanting to be good to her and be kind and a good man? So I just wanted to share that.
And then the one that I don't have up here lately on this, because we've been talking about it this whole time, is social media. Social media will negate your ability to be multifaceted, to have that light come in and shine as bright as it possibly can. It really will, because think about it. We talked to you guys this week on at least 101s, and many of you told us you spent all this time on social media. And so we said, okay, when we tried to cut it down, what were you doing? What were you doing? We were like, I don't really know. I don't really have hobbies. So you go to school as a student, and then you get on social media. That's it. Those are your facets. Around diamonds emits a lot of sparkle because it has 58 facets. We're at 2. One is non-productive and detrimental. You get what I'm saying? Is this making sense to you? This is coming in and dimming your light. It really is. So when we tell you guys, hey, let's cut this social media stuff out, it's not because we're here to be old and antiquated. We're here. We're here because we know how detrimental it is. I grew up in the social media age. We were all on Instagram. My Instagram was probably the worst one. You say, the Lord comes and get the worst one. He came and got me. And so I'm telling you, I know. And even now, I'm not telling you oh, we don't go through anything. I don't go through anything. No, I'm on social media. I'm like, oh, I'm getting too deep into this. And I have to completely just delete the app. That's just being real. It's just being real, and I'm still in my journey with the Lord. No, I'm not perfected, but I'm getting the truth. Gotcha. Get it? Okay, all right, so going back to the hobbies and activities thing, you guys have to expand your voice. I talked to somebody and, they were talking about, things that they wanted to do. And one of the things I asked them to do was go download the chess app and to go and, put their mind on something else that will help them to reason, to think, to strategize. And so start thinking about things that you can do to better yourself and help yourself and to figure out like the things that you like, things that God naturally put down in you to like. Those are the things that are gifts and talents, For example, I told you guys at the beginning that I recently started a business with my mother-in-law where we do event design. I had no idea before I came to a board that I would be doing anything like that. I had no idea that I really have a passion for fresh flowers and florals. But as time went on and progressed, and he started to show me these different facets within myself, I found out, oh, I really do like this. I like putting things together. People come up to my house. I like, to dress it up and make it look cute and stuff like that. I like event design. Cindy, for example, she likes interior design. So, he's put down in you the ability to be, to move into these different accesses. You got to expand your minds. Next slide. So, it's time to glow up. Remember the series title. It's time to glow up. It's time to put all of this stuff away that's dimming your light, and it's time to glow up. This is where we're headed. How are we going to glow up? We're going to expand our voice. Next slide. This.
No, that was right.
This from earlier, where we talked about the events that you can get involved in on campus. How do you know you're going to like something if you never tried it? Go try this stuff. These e-courses. You need to eliminate social media, so you need something to do that's beneficial to you instead. Go take these free classes, y'all. I'm telling you, this stuff is expensive. I wanted to get a data science certification. It's like $1,000 that I have to pay out of my own money. You guys have it for free. Tap into this. This is making you multifaceted. These things, right? It's aiding you in your careers and what you're going to do in life. And you never know when this stuff is going to come back on, later on down the road that you get over. Any questions? Do you feel motivated? Yeah. Does it make sense? Y'all ready to blow up? All right. All right, next. That's all I have for y'all today. So next step, if you have not yet scheduled your one-on-one, please do so. I really enjoyed speaking with each of you, and it has definitely helped me to remember names. I was worried about how I was going to learn 40 people's names, but I think I have it now. Jimmy has some.
Okay, well, thank you, Ashley and Miss Melanie. I feel like if we want to go back to the second last slide, I think. Being a part of IWN and just different programs, you never really learn or see how important it is to like be that multifaceted diamond that Ashley was talking about and Miss Melanie was talking about, but it really does matter. People tell you like once you graduate, you're entering the workforce of millions and trillions of people in the same degree with you, the same year that you graduate. You really do need to set yourself apart. So even from a career development or professional development standpoint, you do need to do that. But on the professional note that we've been talking about, it helps, right? You might not think you have hobbies that you might like and want to do as much, but these are things to do, right? I don't know if you guys have also heard of like the Forge website, and just different programs that you can find and utilize in your time, because like that makes up your time, other than just going on TikTok or Snapchat or Instagram and finding people living the life that you want to live. That makes sense. So I will definitely be on there. I know some of my people will also be on these websites, and even the Owl Life events. Just checking out what I want to do, seeing what's here, because like I said, 300 RSOs on campus. If IW is the only one you like, we're gonna find you something else. I mean, we're awesome, yes, but like we're gonna find you something else to get involved with, even if that's club sports or intramurals or something of that nature. If you wanna go to the gym, we can go to the gym. I wake up early though, so I don't know if y'all y'all up for that, but we can talk about it. We're here, we're a community, we're a family, we want each other to succeed. So, thank you.
I mentioned this on our 101s, but we're gonna have a newsletter, a cohort newsletter coming out soon. And it's going to help you guys build out your resume. So on the 101s, we are having you send your initial resumes to us, but this newsletter is going to direct you to our website to pull down a new template. And we want you to put as much information about, yourself, your experience into that template as possible. And then you're gonna send that to us, and that's what we're gonna work from, okay? So once again, we're dealing with the whole person here. Spirit, soul, and body, okay? All right, good, y'all got it?
Thank you. There you go, for coming out here, the administration not working at all, except three. They don't save y'all. We'll be meeting again on September 18th, as usual, for your journals, meditate on.
Oh, please, if you have any questions, or you need to ask me anything about an application, I'm ready.
Don't start sending in these achievements. We wanted some like support and succeed, See, I don't know. I didn't think enough. In the community. Oh, if you have good, put it in the community. If you have something that you're worried about, put it in the community. We want people praying for each other. We're a community. We're a family. Now, we're here to support each other. Hear me talk a lot. It's mixed.
Last week, we had to put like, we never. We probably was bailing on the trying to go.
I really do.
That's super problematic. Like, yeah.
I know you was good.
Like, bro,
Yeah, I tried.
It's like the growth.
Bro, this is
Easy, for real.
Yes, the MOT, I was gonna talk to my. Yeah, perfect. And if you have any questions, DM me, I can answer it. I'll never do it. I'll never do it.
My last word.
Yes.
Yeah.
No problem. Yes, you will. Your role, like, oh,
I'm here.
I try, like, y'all don't understand how nervous I am. And I mentioned to some people, like, some members, them the entire time. I was so very nervous. After dark. I would handle it so well, like, and if I mess up correctly, that's fine. I might get my feelings like, oh, I'm better than all that. You gotta be right, 'cause these are my girls. You don't bounce back. My TV and on the next journal.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, next week. You don't know, I can do it right there. Yeah, on top of everything else. Oh, yeah, I start writing. I start writing stuff. I know all these people that like, but it's, I would journal, like whenever I feel, yeah, I feel bad, so it's bad, I was just reading, so I'll get mad all over. Maybe, yeah, we did, right? Tear it up. When it burns, some, it's not like, letting it. They're gonna do that hard. So I already know that's about that. Don't keep it, I didn't write it, and then you go back and they're like, dang, but that was pretty hard. Thank you later. Like, no, no, no. Keep forgetting things, that's why I had to write it down. I was telling my business folk about a program for, it's called item, not. It's for MLT, the American Leadership Tomorrow. I mean, those also NSN, like the conference on Monday this week. I'm gonna see my messages today. You have working in here, or are you today? Okay. Just chilling for the rest of the time.
Leave me alone. That's not about me.
No,
They got enough out of me.
yeah.
Somebody messed up and like I was on the left. I can.
Well, you have to do something. You take those theatric, such things that got it. You
Bro, I be taking they little 4-drink carriers. I take 4 drinks every time. Like I can really bring you a drink. Like I get all the teas, coffee, fountain drinks. I mean, all of them.
when I
They were guys, we went right.
I like my selection.
Oh yeah. And I was like, this one, y'all want some of the trip?
Low key?
No, I could do that. I'll bring buckets of little stuff.
Yeah, of course.
You know, I have like 7 of them.
Yeah, they had them in my car and I was like, I can't reach back there while I'm driving.
Oh.
I had to pull up.
Yeah.
So.
I know they smell good too. Ooh.
Like, it made my heart fall. It wasn't just because I was hungry, but it is also because like, you know, like, I was getting Krispy Kreme.
But the warm Krispy Kreme, like some girls, they're like, would I be wrong if I went up to the 5th floor or went up to the honor bell and microwaved it? I said, girl, you would not be wrong. I'll be right behind you. We can take a little break.
I wouldn't have even asked, I would have just did it. I don't care.
And I forgot to say it, but this came from a Bible study from my church. And so, I'm gonna post a Bible study in the group meet. This came from a Bible study from my church. I'm gonna post it.
Oh, you are.
And I expect to be.
That's all right, you can remember. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Achievements. Yeah. We want achievements in the group. What it is. So like, first she got a new car today. And she just heard about it. So I'm like, like that's the way, not just, so I mean, yeah, that's like,
Y'all gotta get that.
Wow.
I my brother before and I'm really like.
I was scared, because I made banana bread. I think I mentioned in an interest meeting or something, oh, I baked. And I was like, yeah, we make banana bread this weekend. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And I was like, I'll send a picture to the group, and then I was like, do they really want to see my picture of my banana?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. So like I did myself, but like I know it wasn't me, it was. So like, we're gonna work on it, and I'm gonna be a true person to what I've been saying. I don't think so. I think it's on. Yeah, that's just it.